Hi, my name's Kennedy, and welcome back to another episode of Crash Course. Today we're going to be discussing the history, the future, and the present of jobs in advertising. Now, just to give you a little background, the act of advertising has technically existed since ancient times, with people writing in caves, writing poetries, illustrations, patterns on fabric, things like that. But the first technical job in advertising was the role of the town crier. I'm sure you all know what this is or have at least seen it in movies, but their job was basically to just scream and let everyone know what was going on. One of the first jobs in advertising in closer centuries were sales agents and people who sold spaces for companies or people to advertise. These were called media brokers, meaning spaces in papers, signs, posters, billboard, and this was before ad agencies were a thing, meaning they could leverage on open space, purchase it in advance, and then obviously turn a profit to whoever wanted to buy it from them. In the mid-19th century, ad agencies became a thing. Now, this made jobs and roles become a little bit more defined, and the services offered with time also evolved. There was not a market for freelance marketers at this time, so companies had no choice but to pay these agencies to help them with their advertising and marketing needs. Some of the jobs in these ad agencies included copywriters, which were responsible for writing text for ads, following certain rules and regulations, depending on the nature of the advertisement, of course. There were also graphic designers, initially working with papers and drawings. This then evolved into more digital stuff as we know graphic design today, especially with the release of Adobe Photoshop in 1990. Graphic designers are closely related to media buyers, which is another big role in the advertising world. Both of these positions have major input and control of the visual aspects of an advertisement. So what it looks like, what symbols are used, what colors are used, making sure that it matches the brand's reputation and the persona that they've made for themselves. Art directors and media buyers oversee the visuals, pick designs, buy the art, and organize how to get it. So these two roles are closely related, but one couldn't work without the other. Now I'm going to pass it along to Ava, who's going to explain a little bit about the current roles in advertising.
Some of the desired titles in the modern era of advertising and marketing commonly include the roles of Internet Communications Manager, whose focus is e-business and revenue, managers of e-business and web communications, whose focuses are digital logistics, SEO, and PPC, as well as web marketing managers, whose focuses are managing digital ads. These four roles effectively address the huge digital transformation of business and communication. The people that work these jobs must have the adequate training and education to turn lesser-known brands and websites into highly visible and profitable ones. What sets these roles apart from traditional jobs in marketing communications is the fact that they are all data-driven. Their primary function is managing the digital customer journey all the way from search to purchase. The customer journey includes 4 digital steps: search, discovery, engagement, and transaction. People like e-managers will guide the customer journey by managing the search, like search engines Google or Firefox, discovery, their brand's website and social media, engagement through email and their content, and then transaction, the e-commerce checkout. They are experts in key modern functions like pay-per-click, which is garnering instant targeted traffic through things like Google Ads and social media by strategically managing paid advertising campaigns. Search engine optimization, which is making sure your website is featured higher up in a search results list, and attracting visitors from search engines by optimizing online visibility and paid ads, as well as marketing automation. The e-business manager role is central to driving online revenue and e-commerce. All roles are data-driven, enabling measurable results and optimization, a core difference from what we've seen in traditional advertising.
And now we're going to get Ayden to tell us a little bit about the future in advertising.
What will be happening next in the advertising industry? Firstly, I'd like to start with technology. And my first point will be the hyper-targeting that's going to occur due to AI's capabilities and the increase in user permission to seeing people's online activity. Marketers will be able to analyze nearly all of the media people use, and then they can market their products to those who are exactly interested, and who are interested at that exact time. So, because they're capable of seeing their traffic, if their traffic is lining up. Secondly, I have augmented reality technology. Marketers will be able to create an immense shift in experiential marketing, allowing their consumers to see the new products, enjoy the demonstrations of their plans. Following this, I'm going going to be talking about the workplace environment and how that will be shifting in the advertising industry. See, there are many discrepancies on what might be occurring next because of the ongoing threat of AI. See, clients are most likely going to be expecting either cheaper prices or a faster production for any of their marketing products, or like the concepts, ideas, strategy. They're going to want it to be faster or better. And this will most likely cause the specialized employees or beginner level employees to have a harder time either working in this industry or getting jobs in agencies, because their tasks are very specific or quite repetitive. For a beginner level, their tasks aren't going to be very difficult and will most likely be the exact same which AI is going to be able to take care of. Thus, people with more diverse skills or who have knowledge on how to use AI are going to succeed a lot more in the future. For my final point of technology, there's a high chance that video-based ads are really going to shorten in length due to people's shorter attention spans lately. There are many people who are just completely skipping or avoiding ads, even if they are maybe 30 seconds. They just don't care. So unless they have a message that fully connects with the audience, there's a very high chance that they're just going to skip it because it doesn't matter. It's too long and they want to get back to their video. So marketers will most likely shorten their ads and possibly change them to just being something that people would want to see versus how the marketers would actually want to be perceived.
And finally, let's get Devan to wrap this all together and bring it home.
The core roots of advertising have stayed the same, where you're just trying to sell your product or get information out to somebody else. The biggest things that have really changed are the way that we do it and really the amount of people that we're advertising to. Because back in the day, you were just advertising to like your small town or group of people that you were with. And now you're advertising to the whole world. So advertisers really have to like keep in mind who they're advertising to and what they're trying to convey with their messaging. And also the whole rise of technology in general has really shaped how advertising's been. Being able to do stuff online and advertise that way, that really just expanded the amount of people that you're able to advertise to. And especially looking towards the future, with the AI advancements and everything, it's kind of difficult to say where exactly it's going, but as we can see, like, it's kind of going down the path of us more using AI as a tool rather than it outright replacing us, but of course we don't know exactly what's going to happen.
Now that that's all over and done with, we hope you better understand the advertising industry and the jobs within it, and how one day you can maybe fit into it. Thank you for listening.